Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. For today's lab, I want you to work with your group. Okay, you need to perform a project requirement specification. So this thing need to be submitted within a week or two. I will set up the due date later on because it's depend on your discussion of your project requirement specification. Okay, if you learn system analysis and design methodology, SADM or whatever it calls, that explaining the process of development of any application or system, I think you may refer to that a subject. But for this web application, the project that you're going to develop for this semester, so you actually have three main process, and the first one is a preliminary discussion. From that discussion, you're going to come up with the specific requirement, and then you have to do a report of progress in the week 10, and also the final report in week 14, week 13 or 14, including presentation of your project. Okay, it's quite tedious, I know, but this is a good experience for you. So I want to simulate actually the actual environment of developing a website. Okay, alright, I will upload the template of the report of the requirement specification. I want to discuss a few things related to this requirement specification. So this is template, you just fill in and then put your group and what project are you going to do. Okay, this one just explanation, the purple font, so just this one need to be deleted. Okay, let's see the table of content. Right, we'll begin with the executive summary, the project overview, the purpose and scope of this specification. So the executive summary is actually how you want to convince or what can I say, is the summary of the whole process or the whole story of your web project. Okay, you may read a few things. You need to differentiate between the regular summary with the executive summary. Okay, and then for number 2, product service description, requirement, and finally the conclusion and appendices if you think there is any some sort of attachment that you want to enclose. Okay, we go specifically. Okay, number 1, executive summary. You need to describe this project or product and its standard audience, or provide a link or reference to the project charter. So it's depend. Okay, or provide means it doesn't need for you to find a link or whatever it is. Okay, you need to do some sort of description, and then the purpose and scope of this specification, and from that a project overview. So what is the purpose and the scope? So the purpose actually to do e-commerce, so you need to explain on that thing. So product, service and description. So in this section, you need to describe the general factors that affect the product and its requirement. This section should contain background information, but not stating specific requirement. Okay, how this product relate to other product? Is it independent or self-contained with a variety of related system? So for example, if you want to selling a book, so you need to describe, and then please find related bookstore, for example like MPH, Konya and whatever it is, Barnes and Noble, how they organize their website. And then also you need to recognize the user characteristic, and like what I want you to have is an administrator and a normal user. That's enough, just two. Okay, we don't want to come up with the very so complicated or extensive project of web project. All right. So assumption. So list any assumption that affect the requirement. So you need to visualize the problem, the expectation of your, the expectation of your web product in the future. Okay, this is up to you to tell me or to write any assumption. If you feel that, okay, our web project is going to be a top-notch project in the world, so there is no problem with us, it depends on you, but I will relate this to your final report. And then constraint, describe any items that will constrain the design option. Okay, what is the problem that you have? I know from semester 1 you already have do a project, and also this semester you do a project of development, whether it is a database subject, whether it is a programming subject. So you must have the problem, so you just expect that thing and put inside the information. Or maybe you can browse, okay, find an empirical study or whatever, or any people that already do a development, sharing their knowledge or sharing their experience, what is the constraint or the problem. All right. So dependencies, list of dependencies that affect the requirement. For example, this new product will require a daily download of data from X, so module X needs to be completed before this module can be built. So is there any particular, for example, if you're using a XAMPP, whether it is comply with PHP, which version, is it interrelated compatibility issue with MySQL database. So it depends, even the requirement of the hardware. Okay, but this one you are not required to upload to the actual server, but if you are upload to the actual server, I'm going to give you an extra marks. If it is run locally, so you don't have any problems related to hardware compatibility issue or performance issue, because your store is quite a small. It's quite small. All right, I hope you understand. So you need to discuss this. Please discuss this and take part in the discussion. Okay, no need for you to distribute the work. Okay, you need to do 2.1, you need to do 2.2, and then at the end we compile it and submit and do the submission. So you not learn through that things. Okay, you just know a few things, but if you do the discussion, this is really help. If you are plan to be a web programmer or developer, this is the things that you need to learn. All right. So the requirement, we have the functionality requirement, user interface requirement. So the functionality is related to how the operation of the web. Okay, so actually you all going to do the same thing, because our objective is to create an e-commerce website. And user interface requirement, okay, you need to differentiate between not registered user, administrator, or normal user. So you need to visualize that and put it screenshot, wireframe, whatever it is, or some sort of sequence of your pages. Okay, it's going to help you much. And please do this carefully, because it's related with your project. Okay, the 3.3, the usability, include any specification usability requirement. For example, if you want, for example, the usability, if you want to not include it, why? If you want to include it, why? And what is the requirement or the documentation that you should be complete. Okay, the performance, this one is an option. Okay, because you're going to develop a small piece of website, so performance issue is not quite it's not quite an issue, but it's not neglectable. Okay, if you want to put it, it's okay. Okay, and final, the conclusion. Okay, write your conclusion to summarize your specific requirement. Okay, when you are talking about the conclusion, so this is the most important part in any forms of writing: the introduction, the conclusion, and abstract. Okay, abstract, in here we call it executive summary. Okay, you need to tell each of what you are written from 1.1, from 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and then put it in the paragraph or a few paragraphs as a conclusion. Okay, you need to learn how to do a report writing like this. Okay, it's not just simply okay, this one we learn this thing, blah 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 blah. No, it must be reflects and related to what you are written in 1, 2, and 3 subtopic. Okay, so appendix. Okay, for example, if you think your attachment of the wireframe is too long, too clumsy, so you just put it inside the appendix. Okay, I guess that's all. Okay, I hope you guys doing fine, and then hope the discussion going through firmly. Okay, no, maybe you have a good argument between your colleagues. Okay, please make sure this is, for me, this is a good experience for you in the development process of the website. Okay, to that sense, okay, that's all the lab activity for today, and the due date I will inform later. Okay, if you have any question, okay, if you have any doubt, you may WhatsApp me, email me, or whatever communication that you want to do, and please record it, screenshot it, and then put inside your log, put inside your appendix in your final report. This is very important because I'm also want to keep track and have an evidence of discussion because of this kind of medium of class when we do it online. Alright, good luck, all the best. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum.